Hello and welcome to all you dear Pisceans. Welcome for your horoscope, the last one, December of 2016. And what a truthful month it is. I really love the energies there. And I hope you're gonna love it as well. Now, there are three things that I want to talk about. And the first one is like a repetition of last year. Because, and this is so weird, I haven't seen that ever. That a Mercury retrograde, which is going to happen in Capricorn again, around 15 degrees of Capricorn, is happening as so a Mercury retrograde in the same sign as last year, at around the same period. So around December 2015 and the beginning of 2016 in January, there was a Mercury retrograde going over the same couple of degrees and points as now in December time, in this month. And it starts, the retrograde, it starts around the 20th and at 15 degrees of Capricorn, and then it goes back. So it is definitely a repetition of what was going on last year and what was going on with our communication, with how we speak, how the truth that we speak, hopefully. Well, it's inevitable because Mercury is going to bump into Pluto. And it's very funny that the last couple of months that I've been doing these videos a bit in advance, and so it really is a story this time. Well, it always is, I suppose, but it really is a story because first it was Mars that was aspecting that Pluto, then it was Venus, and now Mercury, and all on that very same fixed star called Rukbat. I talked about that last month. That is about steadiness, and it's a very benefic fixed star actually, and it's about solidity. So with Mercury, the planet of communication, and of course it will be important for you when it comes to all kind of relationships, because Mercury is the ruler of your 7th house, so the connections one-to-one that you have is going to bump into Pluto and going retrograde there. So again, a truthful month, and a month where if you have felt, especially last year, that business was a bit unsolved in an area with a person or with different people when it comes to speaking your truth, when it comes to powerfully speech, when it comes to you saying what's going on here inside, but without trying to control others, without trying to manipulate others, without trying to seduce others. And I say seduce with your words, because that's gonna backfire. You know, the worst case scenario that you can have with Mercury Pluto is trying to manipulate others, because if you're going to do that, it's going to come out, because Pluto wants that. It wants us to be truthful. It wants us to be authentic. It wants us to be real. So this is a very powerful retrograde again, as last year. So for you, it's in your 11th house, which again is a very nice house. It's and it's a Capricorn, so it sextiles your energy. So it won't be that drastic for you. But it's about your aspirations. It's about people that you want to communicate with, friends, people who are, like-minded people. But also, as I said, aspirations. So if you have been expressing the wrong aspiration, if you have been trying to control even your aspirations because your ego wanted it to be perfect like that without accepting the truth, this is going to come up again. This is going to, and hopefully for once and for all, although Pluto is a lot about layers, but hopefully you will be able to see that truth when it comes to your friends, when it comes to your aspirations. So in a good way, it can go either what is good, what is bad, but it can go either that you think, yes, this is deepening my friendships, this is because there is so much truth in our communication. That's the best case scenario. Or things that I wanted to say and I haven't said, and I must say them because for clarity and because of, to create a deeper communication. That could be possible. That's the best case scenario. But it could also mean that you say things and that friendships end. If it was a thing that was very true, that was very authentic, that came from your heart, you don't have to worry if that person runs away. If it was not the truth, if it was you saying something to someone else out of control, out of trying to influence someone, because that's the downside of Mercury Pluto. They try to influence you. They try to, the mind control. It's a typical aspect of mind control. So if you're trying to do that with friends, again, that's going to be worst case scenario. Or a friend doing that to you. Be aware of that. Be aware, because sometimes our friends, of course, not always, but sometimes friends do want to control us, do want us to be exactly the way that they want us to be. So be aware of that. See it, and just by seeing it, it's you can say, hey, this is not what I want. This is not my truth. So get out of there. So that's the energy with the Mercury Pluto, and especially with that fixed star there that wants the truth, and that is, the truth is really. Allow it to happen. Allow it to happen, for better or for worse. Maybe there are going to be things said that hurt you or that hurt other people, but it's now a good time to do so. And I know it's December time, which is, when you celebrate Christmas, New Year's Eve and so on. It's a bit of a sensitive time for many of us. But this has to do not with family and so on. This has to do with your loved one. It could be a client that really, that there is a deep, intense connection there. But it mostly will be either friends or, as I said, some aspirations that you really need to let go. I've been talking about that for months now. Now, what else? This is all quite intense, but I think you're going to like that. The other thing is, and this is a wonderful aspect, Saturn trining Uranus at 20 degrees. Saturn in the highest point of your horoscope, 20 degrees of Sagittarius, trining Uranus in your second house of Aries at 20 degrees. This is wonderful because this is in the fire houses. This is two planets working together, the planet of the structure, of conservative structures, working together with innovation, with things to renew. These two planets that are not understanding each other are now really working together. So you just when it comes to work, because for you it's a lot about work, and it's also about your confidence and how you value yourself. So this has to do with a balance, finding a balance between some work that you want to keep, and maybe other work that you want to say goodbye to, work that you want to keep, and that's going to give you more worth. Hopefully, a little bit more money, who knows? But it doesn't have to be money always. Pisces are not always, are not the most materialistic people, but it can also be, you're feeling a bit more, you're feeling more confident, you're feeling better in your skin, so to speak. And last but not least, Jupiter opposes Uranus on the 26th, but you feel it the whole month. This is also a great opportunity for expansion, for new things coming your way. And again, it's in the houses of possessions, of assets, of resources, of values, of you versus other people. So I think because now you've got this, there was a lot this year about Saturn and Neptune that's happily all over. And because there was this reality check between you and between what you want to do in life, how you want to be seen, how you want to, what you want to do in life, and your destiny, so to speak, because that's also the 10th house. The 10th house is like a second ascendant, so to speak. And now it's like things are going more fluently between what you are all about, your confidence, and what you do for a living. Or what you do to, even if you're 80, what you do, how you want to present yourself towards other people. So, I think an interesting month. I'm not going to mention the full moons and the new moons because it's not really that important for you. Enjoy the month. I want to make a minute here to thank you all so much for your support, for liking the videos, spreading the videos, ordering consultations with me. It has been a great year. Thank you so much, and see you next year. Bye bye.